In this video we're going to go over two concepts regarding triangles. The first one has to do with perimeter. When you see the word perimeter, it just means the distance around something. And so you can think of it as if you have something, I don't know, let's say a garden that you've made in the form of a triangle. And so you want to know how much fence, if you're going to fence it in, how much fence do you need to go around your garden? Well, intuitively, all you would do is measure how long is that side, how long is that side, how long is that side, and add it up. That's how much fencing that you would need. And that's really all that perimeter is. You just add up the sides of the triangle, and that gives you the perimeter. So in your formula sheet, you see P equals S1 plus S2 plus S3. That just means side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. So let's say we have a triangle that is, this side is 4, this side is 6, and this side is 8. What is the perimeter of that triangle? You just add it up. 4 plus 6 plus 8 equals 18. So if these were, they're probably going to be in units like 4 meters, 8 meters, 6 meters. The total is 18 meters. You're just adding up the sides. So one thing that you will need to know is, if you haven't watched part 1 of the triangle video that's on the Facebook page, is they might say, this is an isosceles triangle. This side is 10. This side is 6. What's the perimeter of this triangle? So you need to know what an isosceles triangle is. And if you remember in the part 1 video, that means that this side is also 10. So it's 10 plus 6 equals 26. Similarly, they might say you have an equilateral triangle, which we saw in the first part 1 video as well. Say you have an equilateral triangle with side 5. What is the perimeter? 5 plus 5 plus 5, because in equilateral triangles all the sides are the same. So the perimeter would be 15. So perimeter, very easy concept. When it comes to triangles, you're just adding up the sides, but remember what we learned in part 1, because they may use the terms isosceles and equilateral regarding triangles. The second concept that we're going to learn here has to do with the length of the sides of a triangle. So I'm just going to write this out. The sum of the lengths of any two sides must be greater than the third side. It says the longest side, but really it's the third side. So what does that mean? You might get a question, something like, you have a triangle like this, and this side is, we'll say 4, this side is 6. What length can this be, or what length can it not be? And they'll give you a multiple choice question saying, like, choice A would be 8, choice B would be 10, choice C we'll say is 5, and choice D is 1. Which of these, and there might be more than one answer, I'm just making this up. In the real test it would only be one answer, but just to drive home the point, what length could this be? Well, can it be length 8? The sum of the lengths of any two sides must be greater than the third side. So if we add up these two sides, it's 12. That's greater than 6. If we add up these two sides, it's 14, because it's 6 plus 8 is 14. That's greater than 4. If you add up these two sides, 4 plus 6 is 10. That's greater than 8. So the sum of the lengths of any two sides, remember sum means addition, is greater than the third side. So the length of this side could be 8 because that matches up. How about 10? Well, the sum of these two sides is 10. So it says that it has to be greater than the third side, not equal to. So since 10 equals 10, it's not greater than the third side. 10, it cannot be the length of that side. The sum of the lengths of any two sides has to be greater than the third side. This is 4 plus 6 is 10. That's equal to 10. It's not greater. How about 5? Here we have 4 plus 6 is 10. That's greater than 5. 4 plus 5 is 9. That's greater than 6. 6 plus 5 is 11. That's greater than 4. So 5 could be an answer. How about 1? 4 plus 6 is 9. That's greater than 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. That's not greater than 6. So since 4 plus 1 is not greater than that side, 1 cannot be an answer. So this is something that you'll want to remember. The sum of the lengths of any two sides must be greater than the third side. And the reason is, so let's say we had two sides, 4 and 1. So realistically, 4 and 1, if this was 6, I don't know how to draw this, it would not be able to reach is the problem if this was 6. So the reason, if you want to try and visualize it, the sum of the lengths of any two sides has to be greater than the third side, essentially is so that they can all connect. That's why you have this theorem. So that might just be one question where they give you two sides and they say which of these can be the third side or which cannot be the third side, something like that. And so you just draw it out and then try each one and see if it works.